Aquarius. This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Aquarius, there seems to be a little bit of sidestepping that you may have to do, or a sudden change of direction or path that you did not expect, or like I said, intentional sidestepping that you're going to have to do right now, because there's somebody that is impassable, unchangeable. Their attitude, their personality, or they're just like, it could be even a leader or leadership or somebody that you consider a leader. It's almost like you can't get around them. So this could also be somebody's stubbornness right now as well, that has to do with some sort of contract information or traditions, family traditions. Now, it could very well be that you've decided that there's something that you just won't let go of. You won't surrender it. You feel, you feel like you have to protect it in some way or uphold it. And in doing so, it's come into maybe direct contradiction to a commitment that you've made or something that you want in your life. So let's go through 111 step by step the messages that I have in front of me. Ring, which is commitment. So this could be, yes, this could be marriage. It's not just marriage, it's commitment in general, right? It's also something that you're bound to or are committing yourself to. So this isn't necessarily something that you don't want a part of. This is something that you selected or you chose, at least in the past. And then we have a sudden change or a twist of fate, not being able to make your decisions, or like having to take like a sudden sidestep, or do things maybe covertly, like check out things, not check out things, check out other paths or explore different avenues, but covertly, because somebody's attitude or personality is just so stubborn that they won't budge on something, or you've decided or feel like you've decided. And let me tell you something, if you've made a decision right now, this energy is going to test that. No, if you've made a decision that you're trying to hang on to, this energy is going to test that. It's designed to test our commitment to things, but it's also designed to make us rethink why we've made the decisions and are they correct for us. This definitely has something to do with your history, with your tradition, with your home, with your family, information that's come in, documentation that's come in, documentation that you're waiting for. Could literally be about your house, or it could be about your family. The family is the home. This is some sort of energy. In some ways, it's almost like maybe somebody has set their mind on, I'm never going to get married, or I'm not going to get married, or I want to get married, but somehow there's this sense of, it's like you want to get married, but at the same time, there's either the person that you want, this is a weird noise outside, sorry. The person that you want to get married to is insisting that they're never going to get married, right? They're never going to make that kind of commitment. But you definitely kind of want more of a commitment, more of a solid promise of some sort. So that's where we begin our reading. If you like it so far, please like the video and then share it on your social media platforms. And then subscribe to the channel below and click all notifications so you know when I upload. I upload your video along with Capricorn and Pisces every single Wednesday, following that Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra on Tuesday. And there's always an extended reading so we can carry on this message and dive in deeper, and that includes your romance reading as well. That link is below for later. All right, Aquarius. I almost wanted to say Sagittarius. I don't know why. Okay, we have legends. Learn from those who inspire you. So this is some commitment you've made or feeling committed to somebody that inspires you. It could be your ancestor as well. Legends is learning from people or stuff like lessons that you've learned through somebody else's life, through their mistakes, through their triumphs, through their victories, through their failures. They've inspired you. So this person doesn't have to be an actual legend like a, famous Mother Teresa, but they're a legend to you, right? Somebody that you really look up to and regard. Kisses? She's acting weird. And then we have children. Know that your children are protected. This came out in reverse, which concerns me. It almost feels like in some ways you don't think that your children are learning, or as a child you had access to the ancestry, the family, or you're afraid that your children will be skipped over somehow, or will miss out somehow. Like I said, this could also be a concern that your children are missing out or being skipped over in terms of inheritance, or that you are being skipped over in terms of inheritance, or in terms of legal rights. This could be all those kind of concerns, but it's definitely generational, and feeling like the next generation somehow depends on you to stand up for it, because they're sort of at risk of not knowing it, not understanding it, maybe never understanding the stories or hearing the stories. So lots of times this happens when somebody important to you has passed away, and now you're afraid like your children will never know them, you know, because they were so important and they meant so much, especially to the family unit. It's almost like that. You want to solidify the generational connection. Okay, this is really interesting. Definitely not what I thought. Moon. So there's definitely things that are being hidden, and not like, yeah, intentionally being hidden or suppressed. This could also be some wily shit. Moon in reverse is usually secrets. Not only not wanting to tell, maybe even in some ways denying it to yourself. You could be fighting with yourself or fighting with somebody else about a situation regarding, look at that ring again, regarding some sort of commitment. And maybe there's some shadiness going on underneath the surface, and you realize it and you know it. And maybe that's what's giving you pause or giving you doubts. Or maybe it's happening because somebody feels betrayed already. So they're like, well, why don't I can just do this shady shit on the side, because whatever, because they're fucking around on me too. Something like that. This is almost like a tit for tat kind of energy. But I think really it's fights about commitment. It's fights about like, why the fuck don't you want to commit to me? That kind of energy. And this is books, but it's also in reverse. In other words, you can't find a reason, or you can't rationalize something. No matter how hard you look or how much you try to understand, you can't find a rationale or a reason for why this is happening. It doesn't make any sense. And you know what, Aquarius? It probably will never make any sense. Hold on, let's get deeper into the cards. Aquarius. I am captivating. This is can't take your eyes off of somebody, or remembering when you couldn't take your eyes off somebody, or they couldn't take their eyes off of you. I am captivating comes out in the past. Maybe it's been a while since you have had a lot of attention on you, and it may be, and for some reason you're thinking about it in the past. Maybe you're thinking about in the past before you even knew people paid attention to you that way. You know, that kind of freedom that came from not knowing or not caring if somebody else cared, if somebody else was watching. But this is I am captivating. So you've definitely done something to gain a lot of attention. Maybe you work in the public, maybe you work in the public arena, you're doing something public, that's your job, is in the public. Yeah, you really do grab a lot of attention. I don't know why that has anything to do with all of this. Oh, you could be using what you've learned from your ancestry and your past to gain attention, or get attention for it through yourself kind of energy, like teaching these lessons through a public arena somehow. This is very specific, Aquarius. I hope you keep watching, because this is really interesting. Base chakra. So this is the core of who you are. This is the core of who you are. Let's get this. Interesting how they come out. Never had them come out that way before. Base chakra this is the core of your existence and everything that you, in other words, it's the way that you identify yourself. Okay, and then we have spiritual union. So feeling a deep connection to somebody. This is usually like The Two of Cups energy equals being equal, feeling equal, or wanting that equality. You've always wanted that. Memories of love. This has to do with going back in your past. Is there a contradiction or a contrast? Like you think right now, your current partner, your parents, or your somebody that loved you a great deal in the past, somebody who has passed, like they wouldn't approve of who you've chosen or who you've picked? You feel like there's a conflict between what was and what is. Balance is here. Balance, achieving a balance through awareness, self-awareness. This is 111. What did I say to you at the beginning of the reading? 111. That's crazy. Now, 111 is blessings and angels are around. It's the beginning of awakening. So this is definitely awareness and balance. This is, in other words, all of this is happening, this conflict, this clash, to make you aware of certain aspects of yourself. You're still ashamed of different dynamics of who you are. And even though you may have thought you worked through them, you know, maybe you're really flashy and stuff in public, people think you're so confident. Ultimately, these are still, these clashes are coming up to make you realize you still have a lot of healing to do. Heartache and loss. There you go. Becoming aware of how you still suffer. Becoming aware of becoming aware of the pain that you're still struggling with. This is so essential right now because this is definitely a time of healing, Aquarius, and you're going through clearly a very deep healing. And that's why I picked up Sagittarius, because that's the name of their reading. All of this is crazy serendipity. That's crazy serendipity. So everything is just falling into place. This is deep healing. Maybe you want to go watch the Sagittarius video, because this is deep healing for you too. There's heartache, there's sadness, there's loss. And there's also a sense of they'll never be proud of me. I'll never get to feel that validation from them. This is almost like maybe you're coming upon a really big win in your life, but there's a loss there, and that you'll never have those people to be able to celebrate you or to show them, look what I made of myself. But this is the thing. It's almost like you want to do that because in some ways you want their approval still, because in a lot of ways you still feel unworthy of them. And that's a problem. And that's the depth that we need to go right now. Aquarius, a new romantic cycle begins. But it's turned upside down, which means something has paused. There's a romance from the past that is stuck. Just be stuck because it's unbalanced. It was off kilter. It maybe died out. There was a disconnection. Or there's just been a chink in the chain in terms of the development of the relationship. There's been a stall. Maybe because of these issues. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius, that's bringing love into the situation by bringing truth into the situation, by bringing your truth, because this is your reading, Aquarius. So we have a new moon in Gemini coming up. You have two new moons, ironically, in Aquarius and in Libra. The partnership is in reverse, but the self is whole. It's like understanding yourself, your whole self, your complete self, and not needing other people's validation to do so, but recognizing the heartache that's going on in you, and also like honoring that in order to heal it. Bring love yourself is what it's saying. And I'm not talking about conceit. I'm talking about healing. Let yourself heal. Give yourself the love that you were giving away to somebody else, or that you desperately needed from somebody else. What do you need to release? That's a good question. And it's basically the question that you need to answer right now in this energy. Be bold and make the first move. What is this? You're stepping into a time of great recognition. People are noticing you. There's a lot of attention on you. And I think be bold and make the first move. You got to tell somebody your truth. You want to be recognized. You may still be on shaky legs right now. Think of Bambi, that feeling of I don't know if I'm good enough, but you're willing to take the leap of faith, or you must be willing to take the leap of faith in I am good enough. right? Just believe that you are good enough, maybe through the eyes of others, through people who care about you, that tell you that all the time. Trust what they have to say and go ahead and take that leap of faith, because you need to let go of holding yourself back because you don't think you're good enough, or because you feel like you wouldn't be good enough to somebody else. Aquarius. Seek an expert. This could be all kinds of expert advice. This could be therapy, but this could also be like maybe you're consulting like an expert. Maybe you have to consult an expert doctor. Maybe you have to consult an expert whatever, in the fucking field that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Like an expert writer, somebody that will help you, give you advice. Maybe you're seeking an agent, or maybe you need to talk. The point is, you need to talk to somebody who is objective and who knows more than you do, who has a wisdom that goes beyond yours. You need to learn a little bit, or you are longing for their advice, the person that you've lost, and that's what started you thinking of them. Rise and shine, and this is in the past. I feel like this is almost like every time you wake up, you're thinking of them. Every time you wake up, you wish that you could talk to them. Every time you wake up, you find yourself missing them. A, talk to them out loud. Allow yourself to talk to them out loud. But B, also allow yourself to start a new day with hope, and realize that this is a change in your life. This is a new day. The old place is not where you belong anymore. It's almost like you're becoming the guru. You're becoming the legend. You have the legend inside of you. You have the wisdom inside of you. Hold on, let's see. This definitely has to do with fourth house energy in your family. This is take a break, no, this is the home. This is fourth house. This is taking care of somebody. This is that energy of rocking somebody back and forth, making sure everything is comfortable, like blessing a home with your hard work, your dedication. Yeah, caring for somebody. It's fourth house energy. So once again, we got the house energy here too. Okay, Aquarius. It's a lot coming out in reverse, and I have a feeling that's because Mercury retrograde is impacting you. I would say this: don't push anything, don't rush anything, and let things unfold. Bondage. This is you trying to get out of that feeling of being stuck. This is you trying to get out of that feeling, but this is more depression, right? This is you trying to get out of it, or coming out of maybe being stuck in the home, or in a relationship that you don't want or wasn't fulfilling anymore, or being stuck in that sadness, right? In that grief. You could feel yourself starting to open up. Sea of Love is here in reverse. You're not ready to open up. You're not ready to let go. You're still holding on, or there's still a lot of pain. So this energy is confronting that pain. If you are interested, hey, I just want to say this. I have my Instagram. I have an Instagram page that I go live Monday through Friday. I would love for you to come join me. You can find me at Born_without_boundaries. I hope to see you on Instagram for my dailies. And you can also find my dailies on Astrology Motivation. That's my second channel. Please do go over there and look at all that great content. And I hope you enjoy and subscribe over there as well. Okay, serendipity. And I kept saying that word over and over again. There's going to be like synchronicities that are pairing you up and matching up that you didn't have anything to do with, but you actually did have something to do with it. You've been setting this up for a while. Your work, your energy, your thoughts have all been leading you to come to this point of perfect synchronicity. I feel like you think you're so far away and you're like right on top of something. I got that message. Let's keep going. 1919, I just saw too, divine counterparts. So this could be about a partnership. We got that Libra energy. Okay, let's see who this is about. Apophyllite, increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. This is exceptional. And I told you were on the rise. I don't know why. What I'm wondering is, Where is this feeling of inadequacy? It may not be so much a feeling of inadequacy as I wish they were here. I wish I wasn't alone in this type of energy. And then we have spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. And look at that, like amethyst, like that beautiful rich purple color. They love you. If this is somebody who's passed, they absolutely adore you, and they're sending you all the help that they can get. And it's manifesting into the 3D world. These are earth angels. These are people who want to help you, get you through, or opening doors, opportunities. So it's not like bad shit is happening to you, Aquarius. A bunch of wonderful stuff is happening to you. And in that wonderful, there is grief. Hold on. Let's get into your animal totems. Animal totems are essentially the way the universe is using the natural world to communicate with you. So let's get into this deep communication that the universe wants you to know. For Aquarius, please. For Aquarius, animal totems. You don't have to see the actual animal. You could just see pictures, photos, logos, something like that. Lion. Be generous of spirit. Right? This is first of all looking toward the future. Second of all, be courageous. This is a time that you're going to need great courage, and that courage is to look at your pain and look at your suffering and allow yourself to feel what you don't want to feel, but you have to feel it. It's going to take a huge, tremendous amount of courage. This is also about your heart chakra. So healing it is going to heal your heart chakra, and it's going to open you up. It's going to open you up to this beautiful acceptance, this beautiful opportunity, these beautiful possibilities, and maybe open up doorways to leadership for you. Through pain comes, through perseverance through the pain comes a lot of triumph. Let's see what the angel messages have to say. Ooh, it's beautiful, but also heartbreaking at the same time. Aquarius. You're just not very talkative. Like, these cards don't want to speak. And that's because there's a lot being held back. And it's almost like you're telling yourself, well, I want to work through it first. You got to work, okay, but don't deny what's going on inside. Because there's still just a sense of, don't fall back on, this is just a good excuse to not talk about it. You really need to share it, talk about it, own it, feel it. Heart and soul. When making your decision, take into account what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose through love, not fear. Okay. Oh, we had another one slip out. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires. And it's, once again, who else got this in their reading? It's almost like the conduit that's going to save you now, or going to be the best place to help you heal, is your creativity. So this is a time to put your energy into creative projects. Let's go over to tarot. We're going to get specifics and your romance reading. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you over there.